there's a voice in my head from time to time. And what that voice tells me is that everything's going to be okay. And sometimes that's good. Sometimes that's what you need to hear. But sometimes it's really bad and it's really devastating and it destroys what you're capable of. I'll give you a great example. When I was an amateur MMA fighter, I would be 10 weeks away from a fight and there would be a mountain of work ahead of me. I would want to train for 4 hours a day. I would want to get hard sparring in Tuesdays and Thursdays or whatever the schedule was. It would involve a ton of work. 10K runs, 6 a.m. mornings, 10 o'clock nights, weightlifting, stretching, all of the above. And what happens is, sure enough, you start thinking, well, you know what? I'm just an amateur. I don't need to be in that kind of shape for this fight. I think I can beat this guy anyway. And now I can, yeah, it'll be all right. I don't need to go that crazy. I don't need to do all those rounds. I don't need to do all that stretching. I don't need to worry that much about this and that. I can eat that food. I can go to bed late. It'll be okay. One weekend off, blah blah blah. And it adds up, and over time it ends up being a big thing, and it's all potential wasted, potential gone. Don't do it. You start talking yourself in to not working. You start talking yourself into not reaching your potential when you let that voice in that just tells you that it's going to be okay. And yes, it is important for you to sometimes know that. Sometimes when you get broken down and the pressure gets to you and you need to take a deep breath and accept that things are going to be okay, there's nothing wrong with that. But the it's going to be okay talk that you give yourself in order to back into doing work, that's not okay. That holds you back. Another example is with language learning. I'm an extremely passionate language learner. I love to learn languages. And I remember being 14 years old and looking at the mountain of work there was ahead of me to become fluent in Spanish. And you know what I did? I convinced myself, well, if I just do a little bit every day over years, I'll eventually just pick it up and I'll get it. No, it doesn't work that way. You know what it takes? Hard work. It takes suffering. It takes getting over that mountain. You know what that means? That means you sit down and start studying Spanish. And you don't stop until you're done. That's how it works. You don't do 20 minutes a day every day for 5 years. You don't try and find this little cheat code to get where you want to get without working hard. Okay? You set out, you do your absolute best at what you want to achieve every single day. And you don't make any excuse. You don't leave any room for error. Because you know what happens once you let that in? Well, you start to let the door open and now the floodgates are open. Next thing you know, it's not even a part of your routine. You can't even make a habit out of it. So we don't do any 20 minutes a day. We don't do any excuses. We don't tell ourselves it's going to be okay. When we have a goal, when we have something we're passionate about, when we make a promise to ourselves, we work on it. We don't stop working on it until it's done. And when I commit to learning French, guess what I'm doing? All day, every day until I learn French. I'm studying French. Okay? If I want to get in good shape, it's not it's not a 15 minutes a day. It's not a 5 minutes a day. Sometimes we say that to ourselves and we say that to other people because we think that a small commitment can get them in and get the wheel rolling. What kind of person do you want to be? What do you think it takes to get there? It takes hard work. It takes diving right in. There's no point in sitting around and being shy about it. Okay, you got to get out of that. You got to shake that off. Get out in the field. Because guess what? The day that you make that walk as an amateur fighter, it's coming. And you don't want to be making that walk wondering, uh-oh, maybe it wasn't okay. Maybe I messed up. Okay, we do this with exams and studying within university and college as well. We're like, oh, I think it's going to be okay. I think I got it. Guess what? Exam day is coming. You're going to wake up. You're going to head over there. You're going to open that book. And you might not have it. Okay, don't leave room for that. No procrastination. Get up. Do what you got to do. And I wish you the best of luck. Be inspired.